Emotional intelligence is to learn the difference between three things: thoughts, feelings, and actions. Sometimes people have feelings, and sometimes they have thoughts, but they don't act upon it. So don't declare them a criminal. How intelligent you are emotionally depends on how genius you are in identifying and knowing the difference between feelings, thoughts, and actions. Do you understand? Do you know the difference between thoughts and feelings? Actions can be seen, but thoughts and feelings cannot be seen. How would you differentiate between thoughts and feelings? Khayalat और एहसासात, इन दोनों में आपको फर्क करना है. कैसे करेंगे? How will you differentiate thoughts from feelings and feelings from thoughts? This is the question. Some people are more powerful in controlling their emotions than others. And if you're able to control your emotions, people call you a brave man. But that is not just bravery, it's just a control. Sometimes we do have emotions, but we exaggerate those emotions to earn sympathy, and sometimes fake that act in order to convince people how much we are affected. For example, if we want to tell somebody how much we love them, we oftentimes fake our emotions to convince them how much we love them. Sometimes we hate somebody, and in that hatred, we cross over the line. If I hate Nadeem, I will hate his sons, his daughters, his wife, his mother, his father, his country. If he drinks water, I will never drink water. If he eats food, I will never eat food. I mean, hatred is a form of emotion, and somehow or other, you do experience this um, emotion of hatred, even if you are a saint of God. Because hatred is not just against human beings. Sometimes you hate your own actions that can hurt people. Sometimes you hate your habits, and this is because you want to quit doing things, but you are in no control over your actions. You want to change your lifestyle, but you cannot do it for a number of reasons. So hatred is something that is a reaction to your expectations, but it turns out to be unfavorable to you. So you begin to have this repulsive feeling. Love is impulsive and hatred is repulsive. Like love is pull and hatred is push. Love is pull, hatred is push. It has to be genuine, you know. It's not easy. For example, these psychiatrists, because they are not holy people, they're not connected with God, the knowledge they have, some crazy people are so clever, they can beat, intelligently psychiatrists. Because you're looking at the symptoms, but maybe you do not know certain symptoms can be faked, right? For example, sometimes you're not angry, but you know somebody is sitting and that somebody only understands the language of anger. so you fake it. Sometimes you're in a good mood, but some people don't like good moods. If you behave really well, they slip off and they start abusing. So as a result of this, as a deterrent, what you do is to impose upon you a fake anger. That will be very superficial, and that is just to show off. Feelings and actions and thoughts all can be faked. Psychology is incomplete without spirituality. Psychology will tell you how mad people behave and why people get angry, but they do not know the source of these emotions. How do you make a difference when love can have different sources? That's why we call true love and false love. If your ego is powerful, your nafs is powerful, the source of your love is evil. But if you just look at love, you will appreciate it. If you just look at love, the symptoms and everything, you will call it love. But if the source of love is heart, that love is totally different. If the source of anger is your nafs, it is destructive. But if the source of anger is your heart, it's constructive. How? For example, a holy man is sitting in front of you, and he has Sarkar in his heart, he has Jesus in his heart, he has God in his heart, and he has divine energy running through his bloodstream. And if he gets angry and he screams, how will that anger be constructive? When he will scream, when he will shout, divine energy will emanate from his body, from his tongue, with words. And that divine energy will burn your sins. That is called Jalal. That is constructive. You're benefiting humanity, even when you're angry. But that only happens when the source is heart, not nafs. What is coming from the thoughts is fake, and what is coming from the feelings is true. Because if it is coming from the thoughts, you are making it up. But you cannot make up your feelings. Can you? No, you can't. You cannot make up your feelings. If I ask you, what emotion is stronger in you? Is it love or hatred? Will you then please reply? Think about it. Do you hate anybody, anything, any action, any person, any place, anything? And what is the cause? I'm asking you all these questions because we're studying, right? If the doctor asks you to strip off, it doesn't mean he wants to have sex with you. He wants to check your body. If I'm asking you these questions, it doesn't mean I'm trying to poke my nose into your affairs. I'm just letting you study and examine the emotional sciences. You need to tell me which form of emotion, love or hatred, which one is stronger in you? And if you have loved somebody, why did you love? What is the reason? What made you love that somebody? And if you hate somebody, what is the reason? What is the cause? And which emotion is stronger? Which emotion is stronger that you have experienced, that you have felt? Did you ever think that maybe you are not right always? Maybe sometimes you are wrong, and maybe you need correction sometimes? Because nobody is perfect. At least you and I are not perfect. We don't know about Chachu. You cannot be too arrogant. Even if you have an expertise in some field, leave some room, right? And that room should be for improvement. And if somebody rejects you or your policies or whatever it is, then do not react straight away. Think about it and then see whether or not you are right or he is right. And next time if somebody criticizes you, tell them, are you really serious? If you're serious, tell me what wrong have I done so I can correct myself. Because maybe some people will genuinely criticize you. And most definitely, many people will just criticize you. But you should be smart enough to know whether the criticism is genuine or the criticism is fake. And keep your head cool. When I'm angry, I stay quiet most of the time. Most of the time. And then if somebody is bothering me, I tell them, look, I'm not in a good mood. We'll talk later. Do you think it's a good idea? Brother Steve? It is a good idea, yeah? You have to control. And now I don't know, why do you have this feeling? Because anger is triggered by certain things. When you feel irritated, you don't want somebody to do certain things and they don't stop doing it, right? And you want them to do it your way, but they do it their way. So it triggers your anger, irritates you. There are many things. What we can do to help us out from this situation is to broaden our mind. Like maybe I'm wrong. Okay, you're criticizing me. Tell me how to do it correctly. Simple. And if it is correct, then do it. Adopt his way. What do you think? How many of you feel hatred for these terrorists who are roaming about European cities and killing innocent human beings? Do you love them?
No, definitely not. There is hatred. We do feel strong hatred. Strong hatred.
So there is hatred. Sometimes hatred is bliss, isn't it? It's like a blessing. If you don't hate certain individuals, you are actually an enemy of humanity.
That's true. That is very true.
Hatred is a form of emotion, isn't it? You can hate anything. You can hate weather, like you don't like rainy weather. Some people don't like sunny weather. You hate it. I've seen some people, they hate certain things and they're still doing it. They hate certain people, they're still living with them. Maybe their hatred is either fake or not strong enough. I want to help you understand the source of emotions, right? And then a divine tool of understanding the emotions. And when you have acquired this tool, right, and you begin to understand the source of emotions, then probably what you are doing as a reaction, and now you label it as hatred, later on you will not call it hatred.
Very true.
And maybe when you have acquired this tool, the divine tool, for now what you think is extreme love, that you have extreme love for somebody, maybe tomorrow you will find out that was the need, not love. You know, in Pakistan, when a husband dies, a woman, the first sentence that comes out from her mouth is, "Who will feed me now? Who will feed me now? Who will take care of my household?" So it's not love. Sometimes it's necessity and we think it's love. Sometimes we say, "I cannot live without you." But then later on we find out she was right. She cannot live without my financial help. Do you understand? I want to equip you with right tools of the trade. Because right now, you do not know what is hatred. You do not know what is love. You do not know what is compassion. You do not know who you are. But when you have this tool, then you will understand. Sometimes when you're angry and you say some stuff, and then later on you regret, why did you say that? You know why? Because you don't even know that what you said was not bad. What you said, what you thought was not bad. Now you're just blaming yourself. Now you have just loaded up your heart with guilt. No. You need to have the criterion, a touchstone, with the help of which you can understand and recognize different forms of emotion, so you cannot be made fool out of yourself. For example, I said love is impulsive and hatred is repulsive. These two words say a lot, practically speaking. These two words say a lot. Sometimes, you want to tell people something, but sometimes you feel the words are not putting your thoughts forward to them. The words fail to explain you, and then you raise your voice, and you think it's frustration. No, it's not frustration. Sometimes, Zabane yar man Turki wa man Turki namidana. My friend is from Turkey, and I don't speak their language. Sometimes we, if you bring a red rose for some woman, most probably in Pakistan they will think line mar raha hai. He's trying to flirt. No, a flower is a sign of love, but it doesn't say sign of true love or commercial love. Hmm? Like celebrating, what is it? Valentine's Day. There was time when people were cultured, people were educated, rightly educated, and now daughters are saying Happy Valentine, mother. Does it make any sense? Grandchildren are saying Happy Valentine, granddad. This is not between daughter and mother. This is not between sons and fathers. This is not between sons and grandfathers. This was between a man and a woman, wasn't it? So why do we celebrate it? Because we live in a capitalist society. It's all commercial. Do you understand? Many times when I say something, and then I look at faces, my initial assessment is, I think I have hurt them. But after 5 minutes, I ask myself, how did I hurt them? How did I hurt them? I didn't hurt them. No. Okay. But then why everybody is so down? Why everybody is so quiet? What's wrong with me or with them? Why people are not replying? Are they lost somewhere? Are they absent mentally? What's going on? Sometimes we are thinking about our wives, and people think, oh, he's serious. Maybe he is in muraqabah. Your face is the mirror, and your eyes will interpret whatever is on your face. When you are inflicted or afflicted by emotions, it's like written on the wall. It's all on your face. Isn't it?
It is.
And emotional intelligence is to determine what could be the reason behind him being quiet. Sometimes, your entire face turns red. Sometimes. And sometimes only your nose turns red, and it is enlarged to some degree. And sometimes only your cheeks are red, and people will say, "Oh, he's blushing." Men don't blush. Men don't, do they? They don't. What is emotional intelligence? If you know this, you can read faces, because faces are full of information. I'm trying to convince you not to lose hope. If you think this is difficult for you today, maybe tomorrow when you come back, be a strong-willed man. Don't lose hope. But this is very important knowledge. Don't quit. Yeah? What do you think? I'll try and make it, easy. Like, emotional intelligence for dummies. Principles of morality, ethical values, religious values, spiritual values. Yes?
Yes.
There is no room for hatred. If he wants to be a religious man, let him be a religious man and respect his choice. If he doesn't want to be a religious man, he doesn't want to follow moral values, let him make his own choice. Why are you affected by his choice? Why are you affected? Okay. Is God affected by those who don't accept him as God?
No.
He is good or bad is none of your business. Is it? You are good or bad is none of my business. Even the religion says that. He is good and he is bad. You have nothing to do with this. There is a day which is known as the Judgment Day. Let God judge people. You don't judge anybody. What do you think? I am the nucleus of knowledge. Anything not aligned with me is wrong. That's not true, my friend. When you think he is morally imperfect, you know what you're saying? You are actually comparing him with you, and you think you are the best, and he is imperfect. You say this only when, right, that you have perfected yourself.
Wow.
Number 2, nobody is perfect,
Nobody.
right? Nobody is perfect. Jesus was walking, and he came to a point where he saw a mob, very noisy mob, and he stopped there, and he asked, "What's going on?" And they said to Jesus, "There is an adulteress who has committed adultery. And according to the sacred law of Moses, we are pelting stones at her until she dies." And Jesus said, "Wait, listen to me carefully. In this mob, is there an individual who has never sinned?" And there was nobody who never sinned. And then Jesus said, "If you have never sinned, then you pick up that stone and throw at her, because you are not a sinner and she is a sinner. However, if you also are a sinner, then you cannot punish another sinner." Yeah? With the original sin mentioned in Bible, with the original sin mentioned in the Holy Quran, every single person is affected by the original sin. You and I as a human being cannot punish anybody. However, we can dislike. Like he is doing something wrong. You dislike it. Simple. But don't compare. When you compare, you are not in pursuit of being good. You are in pursuit of being jealous. It's the jealousy that you're after. The source of the comparison is jealousy. You're not elevating the standards of morality by doing that. Right? So, for example, Sarkar Gohar Shahi is my witness. I'm not lying to you. Under oath. Right? Sarkar Gohar Shahi has given me a lot of love. But not even for a microsecond this thought has ever come to my mind that I am better than somebody. Sarkar Gawah. Honestly. Not you, anybody on the street. Sarkar ki zaat gawah hai. Not even for one microsecond this thought crosses my mind that I may be better than somebody. It is not that I assume I am the bad guy. No, it's not based on my assumption. This is natural. Because I have known myself for many years. And I only understand that the thing that makes difference is Sarkar Gohar Shahi's attachment. Spiritual attachment. Sarkar ki nisbat. The fact that we belong to Sarkar Gohar Shahi. The fact that we belong to Jesus Christ. This is what makes us different from others. In our own being, we shouldn't compare ourselves like I am better than him. Or he is so bad, I should hate him. Right? So never ever think you cannot judge people because you do not know everything about religion. You do not know everything about morality.
True. Very true.
Sometimes pinpointing people when they're doing wrong. Sometimes pinpointing people that when they're doing something wrong is an act of morality. But sometimes seeing people doing something wrong, keeping quiet is morality. Yeah? Sometimes keeping quiet is morality. Because you do not know the intentions. What may appear to be wrong may have been designed to appear to be wrong. However, it is addressing a genuine issue and helping somebody out. What do you think? So don't judge anybody. Don't ever think you are better than anybody. No. And don't give a certificate to people that you're very immoral. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. And you cannot judge anybody. And maybe if you are judging him today, God doesn't look at your present. God doesn't look at your past. God looks at your future. Maybe tomorrow you will be better than me. If I say something about you today, tomorrow it will be invalid. Maybe tomorrow you will be greater than me. What do you think? So there is a day for judgment. And it is just God who will judge people according to his criteria. My criteria and your criteria is Chinese brand.
Zabardast.
Aura TV. Guidance. Brought to you